Hello everyone, here we are. This is part 2 of Arm's Length Art on Saturday, March 9th. And this is where I'm at so far. Now it turns out in that tray I had quite a few of these pre-cut black, I think this is called chalkboard scrapbook paper. I should have kept this for my journals, but I have more of it. So I had cut up a whole pile of this because I wanted to use it up. It's not something I really use in journals, but I may use the chalkboard in the future. But I had quite a bit of it. So by the time I did all the ones that fit on this, because this is a 4" by 6" size. Yeah, 4 by 6. Just want to confirm that. Yeah, 4 by 6. And then these are 3 by 6. So I just, cut them in half of a 6 by 6 again. So I have about 40 here already. And that's the only ones that fit now on this size. And then the 6 by 6s I've got, I think there's 13. Well, this one was done already, but I think there's 13. And some of them I've doubled up. And I will explain all that in the follow-up video later. So this is what I have left in those two sizes, just so you can see. And this will now get put aside to use for something else. It'll go back into my stockpile of stuff. So then because now I had to go into bigger sizes. These were too small to fit on the 4 by 6. Like they just fit or they are too big. And so I wanted a little bit of a border or an edge around them. So I've just started cutting up the colored stock now to use for the larger ones. So I have this one here. I'm leaving all these extra pieces on, but I will explain all that later. But this was one piece, and so I got these 2 images out of here. And then I had this piece, which was, it's about not quite 3 inches. So I just cut it into tag shape. And I thought I'm going to clip these together. And whatever project I want to work on, I may work on the 3 of them together. So I'm just going to paper clip them. They will go into my stash like this. And then if I want them all for a project, I can use them. If not, I can separate them as I go along. So I got that done. And then I had this gray paper and I started to glue this one, or I was going to glue it down. But then this was sometimes scrapbook paper comes with a little bit of a border from the next page or the previous page. It's kind of where they do the tearing, although this one doesn't have a perforation in it. But I thought it just made a nice edge to this. It is, it's about 4.5 inches by 6 inches in length. And I was just about to glue it down, and then I realized, oh, why don't you just glue the edge down and make a flip so that you can have, a hidden journaling spot underneath. And, I don't know what I'll do with this at this point. It could be, something I turn into a pocket, or something that floats, so I just left it like this. And when I put it on crooked. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but I had to tear it off and put it on straight again. And I only noticed it after I'd glued it down and pressed it in place nice and tight. So I was a little annoyed. There is a bit of a raise. I don't know if you can catch that in the film or in the video or not, but I will stitch something over this anyway. I will probably put some kind of fabric or something and then stitch over it so you don't see that. But yeah, I like the idea of opening it up. And so there was a little, some of these pieces, remember, had like big gouges in them. So there was a little spot left over. And I was able to take my die cutter and I cut out a bunch of tabs too, because I figured this is a nice neutral color. I cut out some tabs that I can use for in the future. And then I just kept one and clipped it here. I'm a little undecided. I thought maybe I would put it on the page, and that's when I noticed it was crooked. I thought maybe I would put it on as a tab to lift it, but I'm still not sure if I like that or not. So I'll wait till I see what the finished decorating looks like when I go to use it. So just for fun, I stuck it in. I don't want to put it on the picture because I don't want it to leave a mark on the picture, but I stuck it onto the cardstock here. so that if I do decide I want to clip this after I or tab it after, I can tab it. So it's still undecided, but it's there. It's good to go, and it it coordinates with the paper and the piece. So that's as far as I got with the colors. And then I die cut these. So I left the table to do this, but at least this piece of paper is now gone. There's nothing left over. It is gone, like yesterday's soup, as we say. So that is where I'm at so far. So I still have a pile to do, but now I'm getting into the colored paper. So this will be fun. I don't know if I'll use this beige paper. I think it'll just go into my paper stash because with the white being so stark, I just don't quite like it. I think I'll use it for something else. But I've got lots of colored paper to go through, and I don't know that I'm going to get very much of that used up. So I will cherry pick what I want. But that's as far as I am right now. But there's still more to go because there's lots still in this box to sort through. And when I get to it, I will show you. So that's it for part 2. I hope you're playing along. I'll see you later. Bye now.